Hi, this is Leif with Enduro Campers. I'm excited to share our latest SuperTourer build. So the SuperTourer is our frame-mounted composite camper. So this one's mounted on a Ram 2500, 37-inch tires, third suspension, king shocks. So with our SuperTourer camper being frame-mounted, no flatbed needed, lower floor height, great interior access, we really try to prioritize storage both inside and outside the camper, as well as a lot of camping convenience. And so with the frame-mounted camper, one of the other things that we're doing is the tapered walls keeps the top of the camper a little bit tighter to the body lines. It's not oversized, really just kind of right-sized for this. Gives you trail access as well as on-road, off-road driving, and keeps the camper really light with our composite construction, structural floor. And this one has a number of really nice features. So this has a roof-mounted air conditioner, 460 watts of solar, as well as a powered roof lift. So these are premium marine linear actuators, super reliable, that are powered both from the auxiliary batteries and the engine battery through a selector switch. And so in addition, we have the rear-mounted tire carrier. So these are 37-inch Toyos, and with a one-person hoist system that allows you to easily move the tire up and down from the back of the mount. And so we'll demonstrate that towards the end of the video. In addition, we have the Darchi 180-degree awning, so really nice awning from Australia. Gets good coverage across the side here. We also have the Arctic Tern dual pane acrylic windows outside. We also cover these in a PPF clear vinyl protective layer to keep them from scratching. Going more forward, we have the carbon fiber wrapped overhang, so real carbon fiber, which handles our joints across the front here to prevent any kind of leaks or any kind of issues with the aluminum joints at the front. So this is also wrapped in the PPF clear protective vinyl to protect that as well. And then going on to the tent is a dual layer with an insulation in between, sort of similar to a thin slit material. So a fully insulated tent. On the windows are insulated as well. So the windows have three different layers. You have the mesh bug screen on the outside, you have a clear vinyl layer, and then you also have the insulated privacy layer as well too on the inside, all of which zip completely open, which we'll get to when we get to the inside. A few more features on the outside of the camper. As mentioned, we have our large outdoor access pass-through garage in here. Goes through the camper of L-track top and bottom. Around this houses the linear actuators on the inside. A lot of room for those hard to store items such as fishing poles, surfboards, rifles, that sort of a thing. Really convenient for camping access. Outside here we also have the Aquar Quick Connect outdoor faucet. So there's a faucet that connects quickly into here, which we can show in a minute. And then this is the fill for the 28-gallon water tank on the inside. And then down here we have the really nice Avatar off-road storage boxes that are custom made for us. So you have some outdoor access, great for air compressor, some of your dirty items down there, recovery gear, that sort of a thing. On the back here we also have a MOLLE panel for additional storage. So our MOLLE panel design incorporates the L-track connections, so you can put the L-track rings or whatever you want directly on there. Makes it super easy to add attachment points. And then we also have the third brake light. We have the factory digital rear view camera at the top, which comes on these Rams. So we incorporated the factory camera into here. And then we also have the marker lights going across the back as well as on the side as well. And then there's another area light at the rear as well. You can see the rear window for the tent here as well. Down below we have the turn signal, brake light, reverse lights, and then as well as the factory backup camera, so the one that turns on when you go into reverse that shows up in your dash. Okay, so on this side of the camper we have the auxiliary solar here, so plug in your fold away solar panel as well. And then we have the smart plug 30 amp shore power connection. And then this is the outdoor shower, so it's the quick connect outdoor shower, which you use with the Darchi shower awning. So the shower cubicle comes down, really nice, has lights on the inside. We also have another area light directly over the shower for showering at night. Another Arctic Tern dual pane window over here, another area light on this side. And then we have our integrated fuel filler here as well too, utilizing the factory filler cap. Filler goes through a sealed box on the inside of the camper. And then the other side of the garage, as well as another Avatar storage box down low. And then over here we have our closeout valence panels back here, which goes around, incorporates the factory bumper, and then has the S-Bar gasoline heater exhaust coming out right here as well too. So heading to the inside, so we have our signature gull-wing door, vertical, really nice for camping. You don't have a door in your way ever. We also have the inset door sill here, so there's no tripping point whatsoever. It really makes it really easy to clean, especially with the Inhabit Designs floor mat right here, which is removable. Hides dirt really well. And then integrated slide out steps, makes it super easy to get inside. All right, now for the interior. So it starts with our layout, which is a L bench with a lot of open space in here. So really try to focus on an open floor plan, which is really comfortable for camping, hanging out, but as well as provides a lot of storage in here. And so on this side, so we have open cubbies going down here, great for camping storage. Your headlamp, your phone, cold beverage, that sort of a thing. And then we have a series of drawers here, soft close, positive locking, so they're never going to open when you're off-road. This one's a drop-down door here. And then you have your linear actuator switch up here, and your Switch Pro's switching system controls your overhead lights, your driver's side and your passenger side exterior lights, your water pump, your hot water heater, 12-volt hot water, and then the fridge on off as well. And so here we have the Isotherm 85 drawer fridge, includes a freezer, a lot of storage in these. Great access from the outside as well too, so we've moved the fridge over into the middle so you can access it from the stairs. Additional storage over here, so we have a cabinet with shelves in here as well as storage down below. Under here, under the sink, additional storage here. And then you have the Guzzle H2O water filter, so not only does it include a sediment filter, but also includes a UV filter for additional water purification if you're getting water from sketchy sources. That's really nice. And then also the Duetto 12-volt hot water heater down here. And we have a couple of breakers and fuse blocks in there as well too. On this side over here, we have 120-volt plugs. We have the S-Bar gasoline fueled heater vent over here. We have USB and cigarette port here, and this is the bench cooling fan for the electrical system that's behind here, so it automatically turns on and off when it gets hot inside there from the chargers running. And then we have a Lagoon mount here, and then another Lagoon table mount on this side, so you can move the Lagoon table from wherever works best for you. And then we also have the sink up here with the nice Scanvic pull-out faucet as well. And of course, hot water coming in here from the hot water heater. We also have the induction cooktop built into the bamboo countertop up here as well. So in the control panel area, we have some more USB and 12-volt ports. We have a nice little storage area up above, 120-volt outlet over here. But the real highlight here is the Simmering system, battery monitoring, tank monitoring, temperature monitoring. And so you have a home screen here that shows your battery percentage. It's currently at 100%. Flip down. And then on this screen, you have individual load monitoring for some of your key loads. So you have your fridge, which is currently off right now. You have your water heater, your solar input. So it's drawing a little bit of solar. The sun's very low in the sky right now. You have the air conditioner draw as well too. So you can monitor those draws, and it shows you your time to empty. It shows your total amp hours in here, and it also shows your water tank level right here. So we're about 55%. You have 15.5 gallons. It also goes on to show the inside temperature in the camper, as well as the atmospheric pressure as well, so you can kind of monitor the weather trends. And then it goes back to the home screen there. And so we also have the Victron inverter controls here too, so you can control whether the inverter is off, on, or whether it's on charging mode as well. So you can turn it on, clicks on, and this controls your charging input. So if you're at home and you have a 15 amp outlet that you're plugging into, you can do that. If you're at a campground that has a 30 amp output, you can crank this up to 30 amps as well too, to control so you don't trip the breaker. And turn it off, and also has charging mode only too. And then Back to the switch pros. So as we mentioned, it controls most of your main functions here. So these do also have dimming capabilities as well. So with your overhead lights, there's 3 different dimming levels that it returns to each time you turn them on and off. Same with your exterior lights too. And you could also do that with your water pump as well if you want to lower down the flow of the water pump. So we mentioned the 3 layers of windows. And I think one of the things that's really cool that we've done is allow you to completely open the window so it drops the screen, and then you get a fantastic view without any of the bug screen blocking your view. And so on this side, so we have the clear layer up right now, and then this is the insulated layer, so you can feel the padding on the inside. And I was just rolling down the window up over the bed and the sun was shining on it, and when I touched it at first, it's cold on the inside. Roll it down and it was warm on the outside. So this kind of insulation really, really works. You know, it complements the inherent insulation in the construction of the camper. Zip these away, zip this down, and roll it up. Ties down nice and securely out of the way. Now on this side, we have the S-Bar gasoline fueled heater. So it draws gasoline from the vehicle's fuel tank in order to provide heat in here. Super simple to use. Turn it on, set your temperature, set your timer. You can also do scheduling with it. Really, really reliable. Probably the best heater on the market. And this gives you your temperature control, unfortunately in Celsius, but this shows your current water temperature, and then you can adjust the temperature up and down for the hot water heater to heat your water. And this controls the DC to DC Stirling charger and gives you some information on your charging from the engine. We'll get to that in a second when we get down into the electrical system. And so to get down into the electrical system, we have our ultralight honeycomb benches here that are just absolutely featherweight, keeping the weight down in the camper. And so down in here, it starts with the 200 amp hour DCS Deep Cycle Systems lithium batteries. These are really nice Australian made batteries. One of the nicest things about these is that they have an excellent Bluetooth battery monitoring. So you can, in addition to Submarine, you can also monitor each battery individually through their Bluetooth app, which is super reliable. So going into the heart of the electrical system, we have the Victron 2000 watt multi-plus inverter charger. So that's where you're going to get your short power charging and your inverter for your 120 volt appliances. And then the kind of the star of the show here is the Stirling Power 120 amp DC-DC charger. So really robust unit. It's going to provide your battery charging from your engine while you're driving, but it also has a really nice feature where you can turn on reverse charging, which will charge your engine batteries at a really high amp rate that will allow you to essentially jumpstart your starter battery in a truck if they were to die while you're out camping. And so down into here we have the Lynx main bus, which has your main fuses inside of here, battery cutoff, main battery fuse, and then going into the battery protect. So this is going to cut your loads off inside the camper when the battery reaches a certain voltage and then turns back on once it receives a charge. And then you have the Victron solar charge controller as well too, charging, taking in both the auxiliary and the roof mounted solar, which this truck has 460 watts of solar mounted on the roof. And so this is also mentioned the selector switch for the linear actuators. So if you flip it this way, that's going to run off your engine batteries. Flip it back this way, and now you have the actuators powered off the auxiliary batteries as well. And so under the bench here, we have the Trulino composting toilet. So this bench is on a magnet. It goes up, gets out of the way. So we have the Trulino composting toilet. So it's a liquid separating with the bag in here. So super simple, yet super high quality and really, really easy to use. And so we take this a little bit further where we customize it with a ventilation system that draws air from outside the camper. And then there's a fan that blows the air outside the camper so that it circulates air through there to help with the composting and odor control for that. And then you have a switch back here that turns the fan on and off. So there's storage there for your toilet accessories on this side as well too. for toilet paper and your litter and that sort of thing. And so on this side, we have the 28-gallon water tank. This one has the opening on the top so you can direct fill it, but you can fill it with the hose from the outside as we saw earlier. And then on this side, we have additional storage here, and this is where the water pump, the accumulator tank, some of the main valving, and you can see the fill going in. And this here is the winterizing port, so this allows you to pump out all the water out of the system and attach a hose here and pump in your winterizing fluid for keeping your pipes from freezing. And then here we have the inside of the Arctic Thuren windows. They have the bug screen, we have the privacy screen as well, and then of course they open to let in nice fresh air. See, with the windows on both sides, you get great cross ventilation from down low in the camper. So then moving over here to the wardrobe area, as we call it. So you have storage on either side, sort of the his and hers storage, great for duffel bags, backpacks, that sort of a thing. And then in the center, we have 4 of the Sitio crates. So these are a great storage solution. So built-in dividers, and there's other accessories that you can get for these as well too. But they also come completely out. So if you want to take these outside, you have cooking items, you have recovery gear in here, tools, that sort of thing. You can bring them with you inside your house, you bring them outside for camping, and they slide in and lock in. And so the design on this is that they're tight fitting, so they barely escape, and these do not come out when you're off-roading whatsoever. And then moving over, you have the the additional wardrobe area here too, carbon monoxide detector. And then moving up higher, so we have the smoke detector up top, as well as the overhead lights running in a U-shape all the way around over the galley area. And then up top here, we have the pneumatic cooling 12-volt air conditioner system in here as well too. So this blows super cold, draws fairly low amps for an air conditioner, and works great. And it is fairly lightweight too. And this is one of the things that the linear actuators give you the option of having an air conditioner, because it would be a little bit too heavy to manually push up the roof. Besides that, with the linear actuators, one of the main benefits is with that day-to-day convenience. It's just so easy to just pop in and open up the roof and get in. Also allows cargo storage on the top, big solar, and the air conditioner, of course, as well. And so moving up to the sleeping area, so we have a queen size Roam Rest mattress up here, 5-inch mattress, super comfortable. And then running along the sides, we have storage area. So we have storage trays, cup holders, a USB ports in the sleeping area, and you can see the 3 more windows wrapping around the sleeping area as well. And then up top, we have 2 reading lights controlled by switches up in the bed area as well. Okay, so now we're going to demonstrate the lowering and raising of the tire off the tire carrier. So what this does is this actually uses unistrut, so we can use the standard, these trolleys that go in here. And so this is the Harrington mini hoist. And so the way this works is you just step up here, slide the trolley inside the track up here, slide the pin in, lock this in, so now this can't slide back out. And so we have a strap attached around the tire, and so we slide this back, slip this through the strap, through the hook, center it up over the tire, tighten the strap. So the next step, undo the lug nuts. And so now you simply just slide the tire out away from the studs on the carrier, and it comes out. And so the hoist, so it's designed so that it clears the back of the tire against the studs on the tire carrier. So you simply just lower it down.
That you can do that.
There it is, change the tire. Okay, so while this is off, you can see the TerraFlex tire carrier that we've used here, and then built this frame here that is bolted through the inside of the camper. So we did add additional reinforcement to the back of the camper to hold this 108-pound tire and wheel combo. And so far in testing, it's performed great. And this just makes it so easy to take a 37-inch tire off the back of the truck. So in reverse, it's simple as going right back up. Okay, and then you just get it up to the top, slide it right back on. Get it close. You just kind of adjust the height a little bit until it lines right up with the studs, and then it slides right back on. Hold it in place. Thread your lug nuts right back on. It's easy as that. Okay, so that wraps up our walkthrough of our latest SuperTourer build. Feel free to follow us on social media, Instagram, as well as subscribe on YouTube, as we'll be doing more of these walkthrough videos, as well as highlighting some upcoming features and cool builds that we have upcoming. And I'll see you in the next video.